Kendall Jenner wants people to know she's not like her Kardashian sisters and is more of a Jenner. Some people were confused because obviously her last name is Jenner, but she's talking about being known under the Kardashian umbrella and how different she is from her sisters. She recently came out to talk about all the differences between her and her sisters and how she feels like she wasn't made for this life, unlike them, especially Kim. She also opened up about relationship things, family, and what it's like being in the spotlight. Now, before we get into anything, I want to let you guys know that today's video is sponsored by MD Hair. If you guys are wanting thicker or healthier hair in general, MD Hair is literally here to save the day. MD Hair is the world's first medical grade hair regrowth treatment customized to you. The website uses a quiz and a scalp picture analysis to customize each kit. All customers receive unlimited access to one-on-one chat support with a dermatologist, and customers can upload an image of their scalp after taking the quiz that they have to get an instant image analysis. Based on your results, they will create a treatment kit custom formulated for your specific needs, whether you want your hair to be thicker or you're trying to get it to a healthier place. If you're struggling with things like postpartum hair loss or any sort of hair loss, they will be able to create something just for you and your needs. This was developed by dermatologists, formulated with FDA approved medical ingredients and botanical ingredients to deliver the best results. I dye my hair and I just got it done last week, so I am needing to really make sure I'm using good stuff on my head, just trying to make sure that it stays as healthy as possible. And I've been using MD Hair for a while now. I've talked to you guys about them before, and I can really see the difference in using all of these products. I love throwing the collagen in a smoothie or in a coffee. You will be receiving all of these items in your kits. All of these products are cruelty-free, sulfate-free, paraben-free, phthalate-free, and packed in recyclable packaging. So that is certainly a plus. And speaking of pluses, MD Hair is offering you guys 70% off your first monthly kit with full-size products if you use code SESH70, or you can click the link in the description. Thank you to MD Hair for sponsoring today's video, and let's get into the news. Kendall sat down with the Wall Street Journal for an exclusive interview where she opened up about her feelings towards being labeled a Kardashian. She said she doesn't quite feel like the rest of the Kardashian sisters, saying she feels out of place in her family. She explains that she was born into this life and didn't exactly choose it for herself, and doesn't think that she is built for it. She compared herself to Kim, feeling like Kim was born to do this. She wanted people to know her and to follow her, and she would go to certain places because she knew the paparazzi would be there to photograph her. She feels like Kim was built for this life, but she doesn't think she has it in her to be this level of celebrity. And when it comes to Kim, there's so many times where she has said that she does think that she's different than her sisters because she really did fight hard to become famous and the status that she is. She said she would go to certain spots just because she knew that it would get her name out there. She networked, she mingled, and even though the Kardashians are under this "they're famous for doing nothing" label, Kim definitely got what she wanted at the end of the day and brought a lot more attention onto her family, but it also seems like not everyone's happy about that. Kendall says that she relates more to Caitlyn Jenner, and they're just so much alike, and although she falls into this Kardashian umbrella, she claims that she's such a Jenner, which I think most people associate the Kardashians and the Jenners as one because they all pretty much do the same thing. They're on a reality show, they're in the headline, sometimes they offend people, and then they start brands and then make appearances and have a lot of money. They're also all on the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians and the Kardashians, and Jenner isn't in the name at all. Like, if you're talking about the Kardashians, most people also are including Kendall and Kylie into that conversation. And I think that Kendall is mostly trying to say that she's not like her sisters, Kourtney, Khloe, and Kim, who signed up to be in the spotlight. Because when they started the Kardashians, I believe Kendall was like 11, and so it really wasn't her decision to be part of a reality show and to be this famous. She didn't want to come off as ungrateful for being under the Kardashian umbrella, because she goes on to say, "I'm not going to sit here and say poor me about the attention, but I do think that it's pretty intense," she added. People are more mean to my family in general. They take everything and make it a bad thing. Now, one thing that does make Kendall different from her sisters is that she's the only one who hasn't had a child yet. And she says that she's nowhere near ready for that, but when she does decide to have kids, she's not going to be like her sisters and stay in Los Angeles. She says that she would move away when she has them, which is kind of crazy to hear because all of the sisters with kids are so close. All their kids are best friends and they all live near each other. I believe they live in the same neighborhood, just a couple houses away from each other or a golf cart ride away from each other. And to be away from that community of family is interesting to hear Kendall talk about because for the others, they've opened up on the show about how much they love that they are so close and they can watch each other's babies grow up and they all go to school together. And some might say because when Kendall has kids, they won't be playing with Kendall's kids due to the age differences, but who knows? Kylie's still young. She could have another. Kourtney's pregnant, but she says that she's planning to move away when that time comes in her life. Now, Kendall is currently dating Bad Bunny, and at first the two of them both received a lot of backlash for associating with each other. Bad Bunny fans didn't like Kendall, and she got a lot of hate for being with him, and Bad Bunny fans also gave him a hard time since the Kardashian-Jenner family is quite controversial. Even though they've been public about their relationship in the more recent times, being photographed together, attending events, she still didn't want to talk about him when she was asked, and probably it has a lot to do with the hate that they got. But she claimed, "I try to find the balance of keeping things private and keeping things sacred. Also, not letting the unfortunate frustration and stress of everyone trying to get in on it stop me from enjoying my side. Does that make sense? I'll go out of my way to do things as privately as possible because I just think that's the healthier way of dealing with relationships anyway." So I guess that rules out any potential sighting of Bad Bunny on the Kardashians Hulu show, which is also a little bit of a mess this season with people thinking that the drama and storylines are lacking and people are quickly losing interest in tuning in, which we've talked about before, the fact that people just don't think that the show is it anymore. And although I have to agree that the storylines are falling flat, I do think that the Kardashians will get a little boost now that Kourtney is pregnant. She has been super open the last 3 times that she has been pregnant and she's been filmed, and I could see people being excited to see her baby journey with Travis. So her sister should be thanking her for bringing something to the show, even though some people want to clown Kourtney for how much PDA her and Travis have shown on the show. There's something about people having babies that oddly attracts viewers like crazy. So Kendall should feel like the pressure is off for the next couple seasons, even though her and Kylie only really seem to be doing guest appearances on the show. Even though a lot of people have said that they love it when Kylie is on the show, her and Kendall really are the most private out of all of the sisters when it comes to being on there. Obviously, Rob is the most private Kardashian, but Kendall and Kylie keep their distance as well, and clearly it's because Kendall doesn't feel like this was ever meant to be her life at all. But Kim, Khloe, and sometimes Kourtney really do keep things going, whether people think it's a snooze or not. The show is still going on all these seasons and network changes later. I must say that it is crazy just like how long this thing has really been on and how much has changed over the years with every single one of them. But with Kendall coming out and venting about how she feels about the show and her life, it definitely wasn't without some backlash. It's clear Kendall doesn't really want to be a big part of the show, and she feels that whole world and life just was meant to be hers. But it is, and I think hearing that someone doesn't like their lifestyle fully when it does look so privileged and lavish is something that obviously wasn't going to sit right with people. I think it goes to show you that you can quote unquote have it all and still not be fully satisfied, and everyone has things that they don't like about their own lives, even if you think that they shouldn't. But people were calling her a pick-me girl over this entire interview, which she knows that people have said about her in the past. She even posted a TikTok before where the caption was, "It's giving pick-me vibes."
I'm literally built as an athlete. Every blood test I've ever done has said that I am like over the normal limit of athleticness.
And she said in this interview that she thinks about that she doesn't want to be known as a pick-me girl, but the reactions to this interview had a lot of people calling her a pick-me girl on Twitter, and she just does not like that as an insult towards her, especially since she's trying to say that she doesn't want to be in the spotlight, but everyone seems to think that she likes to be different and stand out and all that, and they think she's a pick-me girl. So it kind of seems like people saying that isn't going to be stopping anytime soon, especially with this interview. But that's what Kendall had to say about being under the Kardashian umbrella, feeling different from her sisters, and future plans that she has for herself. I certainly want to know what you guys think about what Kendall had to say. Let me know in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.